Hi guys, and welcome to a new video. This week I've been working on creating a logo and turning it into a stamp. I was actually inspired by one of my favorite Skillshare classes by Draplin, who creates really amazing logos and graphics, and I decided to give it a shot. This video is going to be more of a follow along instead of a tutorial, since I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, and Draplin never really mentioned how difficult it was to create something simple. So I've started with a few shapes and basic ideas. I knew I wanted to include my initials, so I started with that and came up with a few terrible concepts, some okay ones, and I kept sketching until I felt like I was getting somewhere. I decided to isolate some of the concepts and ideas I enjoyed, but I eventually realized that I was missing something, and I really wanted to be unique, so I ended up digging out an old character I drew a couple years ago to incorporate it into the design. I actually really like this character. I'm probably going to make more art with him in it as well, but I wanted him to be part of the logo. Once I had a better idea of what the logo would consist of, I made a larger version of the design and imported it into Procreate to play around with. Now that the design was completed, I started preparing a block of lino to carve out into a stamp. You might want to work with a larger size to begin with. I went for a 7 by 5 centimeter block, and I drew the mirror image of the logo on it. There are really easy ways to transfer design onto the lino, especially if you have a printer, but I just went ahead and drew it freehand.
I never knew love would come and find me one day. Oh, I never knew that you would be the one headed my way. Yeah. Oh, you caught me off guard and you took me by surprise.
So to carve out the lino, I bought this 3-in-1 SD kit from Amazon. It was less than £10 and it worked really well. I would definitely recommend it for any beginners who want to try making their own stamps or their own prints. This was my first time using a lino cutter, and I'm really happy with the results. The only tip I would have is to just take your time and be patient, especially if you have small details to cut around.
It's so want you. When I think about you, I feel la 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 la. When I think about you, I want la 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 la. When I think about you, I feel la 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 la. When I think about you, I want la 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 la. All that time. Oh, you get what I'm trying to say, 'cause to you I'm an open book. Oh, take your time and read me slowly, baby. Got the hungry look, but it's hard to say all the things I want to without trying. Oh, to find a way to get close to you. It's so hard to say all the things I want to. I'm waiting to let you know how much I want you. Yeah. When I think about you, I feel la 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 la. When I think about you, I want la 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 la. Yeah, yeah. When I think about you, I feel la 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 la. When I think about you, I want la 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 la. All that time. When I think about you, I feel la 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 la. When I think about you, I want la 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 la. Yeah. When I think about you, when I think about you, I feel la la la. When I think about you, I want la 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 all the time.
So once I think I'm done, I try stamping it out with black ink just to see what needs further cutting and trimming, and also is a great way to realize if you've missed an entire section. I kept stamping and trimming it until I was happy with the result, and then what I did was try one last final stamp on a nicer piece of paper, and also ended up finding a really old Game Boy cartridge. Not sure what I was doing there, but this is the final result. I am really happy with how this stamp turned out, and the logo as well. I'm definitely going to be making more in the future, but that's it. That's how I designed my own little logo and made a stamp out of it. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye.